This week, we're recapping Gamescom opening night live. This is the Good Game, Bad Game podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Good Game, Bad Game podcast. I'm your host, Spencer. With me is a man who couldn't care less about Hollow Knight Silksong. It's my co-host, Mike. Mike, how are we doing?
It's a bold take.
Is it true?
Want to jump right into it?
Well, I'm just questioning if you could or could not care less about Hollow Knight Silksong.
I could care less, which I think people misinterpret into saying I don't care about it at all. But if you really think about what I'm saying,
Yep. Right. Like
yeah,
I was clear that you couldn't in my opening, meaning you were so
that I
far
just don't care at
down,
all.
yeah, that you couldn't possibly find it in you to care about it. But you're saying
Is there?
you care.
Yeah,
There's room for you to give more energy to not caring.
my wife's excited about the game, so
All right. Is Justine a big fan
is
of
there
Hollow
somebody?
Knight?
No, she's never played it, but she saw it on the ROG X teaser, and she said that game looks cool. I said okay.
All right. I'm
Guess I should
projecting.
play Hollow Knight. Yeah, who doesn't care about Hollow Knight Silksong?
Me. I'm very much projecting.
I thought you liked Hollow Knight games.
No, I quite notoriously have a very bad experience with Hollow Knight.
Oh, then I don't listen to you ever.
I couldn't get into it. It's one of those games that I wonder if I were to try and revisit, if I would appreciate and like enjoy it more. Mostly because I don't play Metroidvanias too frequently. But I recently saw somebody with a pretty solid...
That's your first issue.
Yeah.
Gotta educate yourself.
Yeah, true. But I recently saw a takedown of Hollow Knight where somebody said that they think people hype Hollow Knight up so much because they've never played another Metroidvania.
Other than Hollow Knight?
Other than Hollow Knight. Like, Hollow Knight was their first foray into the genre, and they got so hyped about it that all they care about is Hollow Knight Silksong coming out. But there's so many other, I mean, literally just the plethora of Metroid games that you could go play. But people haven't.
So we're saying that Hollow Knight isn't really a great Metroidvania? And that if you really want to like Metroidvanias and say you like those, you should probably play Metroid or Castlevania?
I think the person was just trying to say that, like, you don't need Silksong. I don't know if they were necessarily trying to say Hollow Knight itself isn't that great.
Do they think we need 80 different skins of Bloodborne? Or Soulsborne games?
Yes, that they actually said we do need.
Yeah, well, the duality of man.
I guess.
I think there's not enough Metroidvania games.
I would agree with that.
That's coming from somebody who doesn't have any more Metroid games to play.
True. But also, at the same time, could that maybe be to the benefit of the genre?
I mean, it's certainly not getting beat to death. So, whenever there's a new game out, I appreciate it typically.
I feel like you're hard pressed to find Metroid games that people are like very anti. Like, I feel like I don't hear too many people be like, "Oh, this new Metroidvania came out. I was playing it and it's absolute dog shit."
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's because
you kind of know what to expect.
Yeah, like I don't know if that's because our like our baseline is so low to clear. Because like any crumbs we get, we're happy with.
Maybe.
But yeah, no, I truly hated my time with Hollow Knight. But it is a game that I tell myself I'm going to go back to and hopefully appreciate. But then I saw somebody say that like it's not that good. We don't need a sequel. And also,
Yeah.
I don't care about the sequel anymore because it's been 7 years, and I've had to be a part of the internet. It's similar to Bloodborne. If Bloodborne 2 ever does happen, I'm just not gonna care. I like great for the people, but like, did you really win if you've been asking for it every single week since the first one came out? Like, what a fucking tired, like what a tired existence. And you're making me tired because of your existence. I just can't, you know.
Yeah, it's fair.
Am I a bad person? Does that make me a bad person?
No, I think there's worse things to not care about.
um, Before we talk about more Gamescom stuff, I want to hear about what you've been up to. What have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Ghost of Tsushima.
Nice.
Um, I can't remember if I played Super Mario Sunshine. I played like I guess I can say this. I think I played Super Mario Sunshine after the recorded, just not like recently.
Okay.
It may have been like the day of, and then never again. So that was fun. But the big news, I guess, that I remembered to share with you, thank God, because I wouldn't have heard the end of it if I didn't, is we beat Split Fiction.
Nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yep. Good game. Great game, frankly.
Official good game stamp of approval.
Yeah. Funny enough, we beat it, and I'm glad that this stuff waited until after we were done. But I started getting articles that like Split Fiction is just a hollow shell of It Takes Two. I was like, shut up.
Damn. Yeah, negativity really
Just,
sells, huh?
yeah, just shut up. I like. How do I want to phrase this? It's familiar,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
but it's two totally different. Like, I don't know. You go from marriage counseling to people who've never met each other before. I don't know. I thought it was a great game. I mean, we put tons of hours in. I think we put, I mean, tons of hours for us, but I think we put like 25 hours in so far.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
That includes a little bit of time backtracking to get achievements.
Mm-hmm.
We still have to go back. I think we've got 2 or 3 more. So we're going to go through and get 1,000 gamer score on that. But yeah, good game. Really enjoyed it.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I feel like an attempted takedown of the game, trying to just like say that it's a reskinned It Takes Two or like too similar, is just kind of lazy. Um, I don't know. I haven't obviously played the game, so I don't know if it does draw too many similarities. But like,
I
I
really
th-
don't think so.
yeah, I mean, I think like even if the like rough gameplay loop, if that's what you want to call it, of like you know how you clear areas and stuff like that and progress is
See,
very
but
similar. Like that, even that doesn't like matter because like the It Takes Two was already like fairly fresh in its like process and everything, that like it's kind of okay to just keep doing that for a bit,
no one else is doing it.
right? We don't have this isn't a thing. So
But here's the thing, like, I don't even think level to level in Split Fiction is the same and like how you clear it. Like
mhm,
there's a different gimmick for like each level.
right.
It was I mean, I thought it was incredible. I genuinely I think that I enjoyed from a game standpoint Split Fiction more than It Takes Two. Just the stuff they're doing with it is just things you've never seen before.
Sure. Just
So it's really cool. I really enjoyed it.
um definitely in the Goaty conversation, you think? Like pretty easily?
I hope so.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it came out in that window where people are going to stop talking about it.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, I think that's fair. A fair concern. I think
I can't believe we're already
hopefully
getting to that point.
I know, right? Yeah. I think hopefully it's it being like the follow up to It Takes Two, which did win Game of the Year, hopefully keeps it in the conversation longer, you know?
Hmm.
That it kind of gets like it maintains that recognition. So
Sure.
very nice. Very nice. Happy to
Yeah,
hear
I
that.
think that was my week in gaming, and then now a special shout out to MDM Sparky for liking a tweet of mine from 3 years ago. At must have been 9 p.m. last night.
Damn,
I
I guess my
I
dad doesn't know how to use the internet. Like he's fallen into that camp.
I am well. See, I am seldom on Twitter these
True.
days. I just happened to go on this morning, and it was from February 8th, 2022. It's so old that it's a oh, never mind. This is a picture, Chris's picture. Never mind. Yeah. Um, that's the whole thing. So thanks, MDM Sparky, for your engagement.
Just some
And I'm gonna get off Twitter again.
just some good yeah, uh-oh. Just some good old Sparky Malarkey at 9 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
You love to see it.
I'm gonna have to ask him about that this weekend.
Maybe his finger slipped. Who knows?
Well, no, I would hope he'd be intentional about it.
It's just so funny. Yeah, I mean, I would also hope he didn't somehow randomly click so many times that he managed to make his way back to February of 22. Oh, man. That's good stuff. Um,
So we know MDM Sparky's been playing the internet. What have you been playing?
I have been having some trouble.
Oh,
If I can be
I
honest, if I can be candid on this
think they
podcast.
make pills for that.
Um, well, the problem is I took those and it lasted for more than 4 hours, so I had to consult a doctor.
Hmm. What'd the doctor say?
I'm impotent.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
um, no, I've been having trouble finding something to kind of like fill in the gaps. Like I've been having trouble finding a game to fill in the gaps. Like if Shelby and I are just kind of like watching something, something else for me to kind of just like not pay too much attention to. Effectively, I'm looking for another MLB the Show.
Okay. Have you ever tried Madden?
Have you met my friend Madden? Uh, yeah, I have. I have played Madden. I don't really. I mean, this is like the most first world problem, the most gamer problem to have. Is just like I don't really want to
Doesn't mean it's invalid.
I don't really want to play a sport game though. Like, or I don't want to play like yeah, I don't want to play Madden or NBA or MLB. Like I don't want to just fill that void with that.
Yeah,
Um,
I've been. Can I?
yeah, go ahead.
So when I want to kill time, but I don't want to play a sports game,
Hmm.
I play the Division 2. I just kind of run around.
Okay, yeah.
Just find some stuff to do because like I can do other things and I don't. And see, here's my thing. I can't do the whole show in a game thing. I can like maybe put like I can maybe watch sports and play a video game at the same time, but
Sure.
I can't watch a TV show that I'm actually interested in and play a video game at the same time.
Right.
So
Well, and so yeah, that's why I think games like MLB and like those types of games, for me, they're so low attention that I am giving more attention to the other piece of media. But let me throw you for a loop. Sometimes, Mike, sometimes Shelby and I will be watching a TV show. I'll be, attempting to play a game. And I'll also have my laptop and be watching the Cardinals game. So if that's not overstimulation, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no wonder we're bored.
No wonder we're what?
Bored.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know. I just haven't been able to find something. So I managed, or I was having trouble, I should say. I have found the thing. I'm back on Balatro.
Is that right?
Yeah. Back full tilt. Really back into it. And again, like it's the perfect game because like we've been watching The Sopranos. 95% of my attention is on The Sopranos. And then I pick a hand to play. And then I'm back to watching The Sopranos, you know? Which we just finished. Great. Good show. That gets a good show stamp of approval from the podcast, or from me at least. But anyway, so I'm back on Balatro. But yeah, I can't play like Persona 3 while we're trying to watch something because like I'm not going to pay attention to the show. I'm going to give all my attention to Persona. But been playing that as well. And do you know the game Dredge?
I feel like you told me about it.
I don't think I have, or I haven't mentioned it.
Are you literally just in a boat dredging the sea?
Yes, you are.
Brother, I am so fucking in. I'm downloading it now. Where do I get it?
It's if you have PlayStation Plus Extra.
Believe it or not, I do right now.
Yeah. It's on there.
10 out of 10 on Steam, 8 out of 10 on IGN. 100% in. Okay. Anyway, continue.
I've been playing that because I've also been looking for a game that, like, I love roguelites, stuff like that, obviously. But I also love games that are like management simulation type games. So like, something like that where it's like, I need like an upgrade system. Moonlighter is kind of like the perfect example of a game that I feel like I'm really itching for. Or Cult of the Lamb. I'm really itching for something like that where it's like I can go and do a run, but then there's also this management aspect after I do the combat. And I don't know. I'm looking for something like that. So I was like, oh, maybe Dredge will kind of like satisfy that a little bit. A little Dave the Diver-esque where, you go out and you catch fish, you dredge the sea for items. You have a whole upgrade path. Very like low stakes for the most part. It's pretty casual, I'll say. And dude, I started playing it and then I just went full tilt and like just yesterday completed it, 100%ed it, platinum, all that good stuff. And it's so good. It like really scratched the itch for me and just very enjoyable. Like again, it's like the perfect like casual, but then there are like I don't even know what they're called. Like I guess enemies are like evils that like will come at you at night, so you have to kind of like go about that and circumvent and all that stuff. And it's really good, really fun, and absolutely would recommend.
Very in. Um, I don't know if you ever got around to playing this game, but I think maybe a game that you could find a little like you could do something like while you could play it while you're watching a show, I think. Um, I mean, I would recommend sitting down and playing it and enjoying it, but um, if you haven't played Jusant yet, I think you could
Oh yeah,
like it's not really like there are story moments, but there's not like cutscenes or anything. Like
yeah.
that's a game I think you could enjoy while doing other stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have to be careful with like certain, like I say, like a roguelike is like kind of what I'm looking for, but like you gotta be careful playing those because like you need to pay attention to those, you know? So that's why, like, again, like a game like Elytra is great because there's no enemies, there's nothing coming at you. You can literally just stay on the
Yeah.
same screen for an hour and nothing happens, you know?
Yeah, you could do that in Jusant.
Yeah. Um, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely have to. I think that was just I think that was like a free monthly game, like 2 months ago, maybe.
Hmm.
So yeah, for sure. We'll have to check that out. And then I don't know if I said it, but last week I should have said it. I did start Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, so I've started my
How's that treating you?
homework. That's good. It's fun.
Good.
That's kind of it.
All right. Kind of what I expected out of that game.
Yeah. I like games like that where it's like the tactical, like, oh, you have this person on their turn go and do this thing, but like it opens them up for an attack. And
Yeah.
I don't know, like XCOM, I think, are like that, right? Not that I've played them, but like that's my understanding of what they are. And I feel like it's a genre that I would like very much get into, but I just have not played many of them. I think Marvel Midnight Suns is like that, and I have that, and that's like on my list of like games to get through before I buy any other games. Um, but I haven't even started that yet. But yeah, it's good. It's like, you have to like think through your moves and stuff like that. So it's fun. I like it. All right, with that, let's talk about opening night live. The what midpoint of Summer Game Fest and the Game Awards, where Jeff Keighley has an opportunity to put together another hour and a half to 2 hour showcase of world premieres and deep dives into games that are going to be coming. Um,
I Before we go on, I 100% forgot this was a Jeff Keighley thing until I went through and watched it.
yeah, yeah. It At this point, I'm now like I know it. It's a Jeff Keighley joint, if you will. Um,
Mhm.
but I was the same way for the longest time. Um, where like I kept forgetting that it's like, oh, this is put on by like the Game Awards. Sometimes I forget that Summer Game Fest is like technically under the Game Awards umbrella,
Mhm.
um, as like a
That one I
entity.
don't, but
Well, I like forget that it's all put on by the Game Awards. The Game Awards is at the top. It's the one company in a trench coat or whatever the joke is. Anyway, um, curious what were your thoughts on the show? as a whole?
I didn't really have anything in it that stood out to me. Funny enough, Hollow Knight was the only thing I was like, okay.
um,
Um,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I don't have any like well thought out opinions about this. I feel like I knew about the like seeing a trailer for Fallout. It's cool. Like as I liked that show, but
Hmm.
whatever, it doesn't really move the needle for me. Lego Batman looked kind of cool.
Hmm.
And then yeah, just Hollow Knight really. Other than that, not a whole lot that really spoke to me.
Yeah, I can I just say that it is a relief that that you said that, because I was worried that we were going to be out of sync. Uh, because yeah, I also just the entire time watching, I was just kind of like, I feel like I am not moved at all right now. Like nothing is like getting me like that excited. I'm not feeling that like jump up from the couch at every announcement type feeling that I feel like I'm looking for from every single
Yeah.
showcase that we're given, which obviously not every single one delivers that, but like I didn't feel like any oh shit move moments or anything like that. Um
I'm
which
trying to decide if I'm excited about Zero Parades. I feel like I didn't really get enough to know.
I'm trying to like go back and like see which that was.
It was Disco Elysium's
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
developer, but I don't think they really showed anything. I think it was just like I don't know. They're calling it a CRPG.
What is
I
a
need to look this up on my phone.
CRPG?
My laptop's having a stroke. Yeah, I know. I've never heard that before.
Oh yeah, I can hear you're getting a little robotic, a little choppy.
Yeah, I'm closing tabs. Stay with me. Okay. He's flatlining. Um, Computer role playing game.
Hmm.
It refers to role playing video games played on computers. So it's an RPG.
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny.
Has like the board gaming world gotten so big that we need to differentiate RPGs?
I guess. I don't know. It's really
I don't
funny.
know, maybe this is maybe we need to add this to our RPG breakdown. Like, what's the difference between an RPG, a JRPG, a CRPG?
Yep. Yep. I'm adding it to the list. Calm down. It's really funny when the Expedition 33 like musical performance happened, which like that like that moment kind of got me where I was just like, damn, I can't remember if other Gamescom opening night live events have like also had musical moments or not, which they might have, but like literally watching, I was like, damn, he's really trying to bridge this into a pseudo Game Awards show, like with this like extra like these extra moments like interjected into the overall showcase. And I was just kind of like almost put off by it. I don't know if
Mm.
that's like again like kind of like a super negative take, but um anyway, when that happened, Shelby was like, "Oh yeah, isn't this game like doing really well? Like aren't people like loving this game?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she asked me something about like, "Oh, is the main character that guy?" And I was like, "Well, I think it's like a JRPG. You play as everybody." And she was like, "Oh, it's a JRPG." And I immediately caught myself and I was like, "No, it's not." And like and I'm like ashamed that I called it that, because really it's just a turn-based RPG. Like that's it. But it's like most JRPGs are also turn-based, which is why they are so often synonymous, but the team that made this is from France, so not Japan, so not a JRPG. And like that's kind of the line. And it was a really funny moment. And I was like, damn, I really do need to do that GGBG episode, I guess, and like soon.
Yeah, now we have to add FRPG.
Yeah.
The F is for fromage, not French.
Yeah. But yeah, I just overall felt pretty tepid on it. Like the Lego Batman, definitely excited about that to some degree, but like it's not something
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump
Am I
on
gonna play
immediately.
it?
Yeah, but I do love the Lego games, so if I do end up getting the opportunity to buy it for $2 during a super Lego sale or something like that, I probably will, and then Shelby and I will eventually get around to playing it. But we also already have, I think, 3 other Lego games that were bundled in a pack for $5 that we still haven't gotten around to playing yet. So like, it's one of those things. But
Yeah.
they are always enjoyable, so I'll take it. But yeah, and like like don't get me wrong, Resident Evil like looks good, as good as I guess every Resident Evil has been looking now for the past couple. So, that's great, but again, I'm not going to get around to playing that for you know years at this point, if at all. Do you think the follow up to Black Myth Wukong like looks really good? I think Black Myth looked good, or well, I guess the series is Black Myth, so I thought Black Myth Wukong looked good, and again, just haven't gone around to playing it, but um, it's great that like they're gonna keep it going, and that the expectation is that like this is going to be a continuous franchise, so that's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Other than that, oh, Moonlighter too. We got to see more of that, but I kind of know what to expect from that after the first one. Um, or after the first like reveal trailer we saw for Moonlighter too. So, not much else was shown there, and not much else needs to be shown for me to be excited about that. So, yeah, I don't know. I felt very meh, which is I feel like kind of weird for me to feel after most of these shows. I feel like I normally walk away like pumped for at least, 4 games, 5 games, when especially when we're shown as many as we were, and just not happening.
All because GTA delayed.
All because GTA delayed.
Well, if they would have done it sooner, maybe we'd have some games this year.
Maybe. I also don't want to jump to the super negative take of like, yeah, this year in general is just like a shit year for games. There's nothing coming out. There's nothing good. It's all boring and stuff like that. I just think I'm at a point where I have so many other games that I'm more hyped to play that I still have not gotten around to, that nothing is surpassing those right now. But I mean, this year has already had some, incredible releases.
Yeah.
Obviously, you played Split Fiction. Again, I mentioned Expedition 33, and that's just, 2 that came out, earlier in the year, in like in March and May or something like that. And
yeah, and then we had Mario Kart and Death Stranding 2 and
yep. Obviously, Ghost of Yotai is coming. I am very excited for that. Obviously, but again, don't really need to be shown anything else. You had me at Ghost of Tsushima, so I'm locked at this point.
yeah. I do kind of just want to continue a narrative, since neither of us don't really have a whole lot to say about this presentation. We did see more of Black Ops 7.
Mm-hmm.
I had to close the tab, so now I already lost my number. Um, and it looks like they're gonna take some risks this year, which I think is interesting considering the amount of attention that Battlefield 6 is getting.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely very interesting. I guess were they saying that this is the first time that you can do the campaign in like co-op?
There wasn't like the original Black Ops. Maybe not.
You know what? Yeah, now that I think about it, I do think you could do split screen co-op for like World at War. I
I like
feel like
have
I
a vague
vaguely
memory of
remember
being
that.
able to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think this is the first one probably since that then.
Or
Um
online, maybe.
yeah. Uh which is very interesting.
Yeah.
It's also interesting that like they even discuss the campaign, you know? Like
Right.
I guess Black Ops typically has put like emphasis into the campaign, but I only have the first and I guess the second one to have that memory of. I haven't played a Call of
Hmm.
Duty really since Ghosts, so um but yeah, it does seem like they're taking some like risks with the game, which is obviously necessary when you're on the 7th of just Black Ops alone, you know?
Yeah.
So um
Yeah, no, that was all. Like, I feel like since we've talked about Call of Duty and Activision saying like too big to fail,
mhm.
essentially, I've been seeing a lot of praise for the new Battlefield. So
Yeah. And actually I'm happy you brought up Battlefield because this past weekend friend of the show Austin uh was he was streaming playing Battlefield. It looks really good. Like I
yeah, it does.
watching him play like the gunplay and everything like that like looks really clean. He was saying that it felt clean and felt good, which is great to hear. Um yeah, it definitely had like it looks real solid. I'm trying to remember what he said because I don't want to like misquote him though. Somebody I think popped in and was asking if he was like going to get it like once it's out, and he said that he's for sure not going to pre-order it. And he's gonna kind of like do a wait and see after it releases to kind of see like the state that it releases in. And then he'll pick it up. But that's I think that's probably the average person's take, like anybody who's not like necessarily like a Battlefield fanatic is probably gonna have that sort of stance, and I think that's kind of just a fair stance to have in like the current gaming landscape of especially online games. But that can also be to the detriment of online games.
Hmm.
But yeah, it does look really good, and it has been getting a ton of very positive buzz, which is good. And yeah, it's good that it's going to hopefully challenge Call of Duty to be better and not feel like they're too big to fail, and like maybe cause them to at least sweat a tiny bit. Not saying that it's going to challenge it for the throne or anything like that, but like force it to adapt to some degree. Uh,
Yeah,
well,
I think that's a fair sentiment.
one other thing that I wanted to say about the opening night live. Um, I'm curious if this makes me an enemy of gamers. Um,
Probably.
they had an announcement for Cult of the Lamb, and you know, am I a piece of shit for wishing that they would just make a second Cult of the Lamb at this point instead of continuously releasing free DLCs?
I guess I'm not involved enough in the Cult of the Lamb community to form an opinion on that.
Because, like, on one hand, free DLC is amazing. That's awesome. That's wonderful. You're the goat for doing that. Free new content for people to interact with and experience is like
Mhm.
10 out of 10. But on the other hand, I have such a fucking hard time going back to games that I am
Yeah.
almost never going to like personally, I'm almost never going to like go back and interact with a DLC unless it's something to the level of like Cyberpunk and that DLC, which the name of I'm already forgetting, Phantom Liberty.
Yeah.
Um, because it's like a good chunk of like additional story and stuff like that. But even that, I'm hard pressed more often than not. Like Cyberpunk is the first time I've done that in years. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I just like found myself sitting there after they like announced it. Also, it's not a free DLC. Actually, I just realized that I thought it was going to be a free DLC because that's what they had been doing. And then at the end of it, Shelby pointed out that it did say a paid DLC experience. So kind of even worse in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just like so hard pressed to ever like go back to those things that like I honestly found myself just wishing that they would demand, you know, a fresh 20, 30, $40 from me for just a new game that could have a lot of similarities to the first one with like some just like different upgrade paths and different like cult management tasks and stuff like that, and that'd be fine by me. Let's march
Mhm.
on, you know? And I don't know, I kind of was like, damn, am I the problem?
I feel like it depends on the game, you know. Like I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But if the base game isn't like pushing the needle anymore, because that game's pretty old now, right?
Yeah, I want to say it came out probably in like 22,
Yeah.
maybe. Let me
Yeah, I don't
confirm
know.
that.
I feel like a little bit of a refresh, some new mechanics,
Right.
maybe a different like feel. I don't know.
Damn, 2022 nailed it.
There you go.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I loved Cult of the Lamb, so I would absolutely just gobble up a second one, but yeah, for whatever reason can't, you know, get myself to go and interact with simply new content for an old game. I just like I feel like I have too much other stuff to play, as like dumb of an excuse as that is. So I don't know. But yeah, yeah, I really don't have anything else on Opening Night Live. I feel like maybe this show being a bit on the you know, I'll say weaker side. It's not really necessarily fair. I think like the show was like good overall. Like it was paced well and everything like that. Felt like there was like good time given to all of these different reveals and trailers and stuff like that. I just found myself walking away not excited for a lot of what was shown. I'm hoping that maybe that means like I'm in for a better show at like the actual Game Awards in December. And, you know, because I felt like the Game Awards last year was so good that hopefully it just means like we'll get that again. But also a part of me is like, no, maybe a lot of what's being shown right now is just going to be more of the same at the Game Awards. And I'm going to walk away from that also kind of just like mildly disappointed that I don't have enough to be excited for, which again, what a problem to have.
Mhm.
But yeah, any closing thoughts for you on the show?
No, I mean I didn't really have any emotional feeling towards the show either way. I think I'm in the same boat. Like I hope that they're kind of just saving it up for the spectacle that is like the Game Awards. And I don't think Gamescom is ever a huge show. You know, I don't remember ever thinking back on a Gamescom saying, "Oh my god!" But um, Yeah, I don't know. I just you kind of get these kind of things in these kinds of shows, and you're like, why bother?
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to do it every year.
Yeah. I guess it works as like, Gamescom is like a very big event as a whole. So I guess it works as like this like kickoff spectacle of some sort.
Sure.
So I get it from that standpoint. But yeah, I'm actually, tentatively excited. So today as we're recording this is Wednesday, and I think it's like the first actual day of like the show floor and stuff like that for Gamescom. So I'm kind of hopeful that maybe we'll get some like fun stuff kind of trickling out, you know, over the next couple of days. As the event kind of continues to go on. But yeah, as far as like this like kickoff thing goes, meh. But yeah, I guess that'll do it then.
Guess so.
So let us know what you thought of opening night live. If there's anything that you feel like we weren't giving enough love to, maybe something that we need to reconsider because it will be our next favorite game. You can let us know over on our YouTube channel in the comments section there. If you could also do us a favor and leave us a rating or review wherever you listen to the podcast, we would appreciate it. And if you could share the podcast with a friend, it would help us out. Other than that, we will talk to you next week.